Hi everyone, today we're going to look at reported speech, which is also known as indirect speech. And our focus today is statements. How do we report statements? The exact words of someone uses is called direct speech, while reported speech is a summarization of what someone says to us. Before we start to do some exercises, we have to remember there are golden rules of reported speech, especially in statements. First, we have to use reporting verbs like say and tell. Secondly, we have to backshift tenses. Third, we have to change pronouns because we have to say it in reporter's point of view. And fourth and last, we have to change expressions of time and place. There are tons of reporting verbs that we can use to report what someone says. However, say and tell are the most common when we use to report statements. And they are often written in past tense, we can see. In the first sentence, Mary said that she was tired. And the second one, Mary told Jenny that she was tired. So in the second one, we can see that when we use tell as a reporting verbs, it gives you more information of the receiver. But when we want to use sets or say to give you more information about the receiver, we must add to. So Mary said to Jenny that she was tired. The second golden rule of reported speech is backshifting tenses. It sounds really difficult, but it means go back one tense. The reason of going back one tense is you can imagine a situation when we report, for example, what Mary says the earlier, you're reporting the past. Here is the table we must follow when we do reported speech. Of course, we have 12 basic tenses we have to know, so now it's just a brief mentions of sevens. So in all present tenses, it's easy to remember because you just change them into the past. And for past tenses, you can see that past perfect remain the same because you cannot go further back. You can't backshift anymore. And for future tense, every future tense we have to add a verb will, and we just simply change the verb will into the past tense would. Another rule of reported speech is changing pronouns. We have to report the sentence or report this direct speech into reporter's point of view. So here is the table of the changings of pronouns. So to convert direct speech into indirect speech, the pronouns, like the subject in a sentence, is changed. You can see the following example. I'm very happy today, says Susanna. Susanna said that she was very happy that day. We can see that the pronoun I has been changed into pronoun she. The first part of the sentence is called reporting verbs, so we use Susanna said. So after that, we have to report what she was saying that time. So we have to change the pronoun I to she in this sentence. Lastly, in reported speech, we need to change the expressions of time and place. When we report something, we may need to make changes to the time, like now and tomorrow, place, like here and this room. Don't confuse time with tense. Tense is the grammatical form of the verb that is in the reported clause that we sometimes shift back. However, time refers to the actual time that something happened, such as today, or now, or even 3 weeks ago. In addition, sometimes we need to make changes to place words. However, if we are in the same place when we report something, then we do not need to change. So here are the lists that we can follow when we do reported speech. After consolidating ourselves with 4 golden rules of reported speech, we can now try to do some exercise. So before we do these exercises, we can try to familiarize ourselves with 4 golden rules. First, reporting verbs. Second, backshifting tenses. Third, changing pronouns. And the last one is changing expressions of time and place. Now we're looking at these questions. In every questions, a reporting verb is provided, so we don't have to worry about the reporting verbs. So we only have 3 things to do. We can see in the first question, Mary said, in direct speech, my mother goes to England. So Mary said. So now we can see goes to England is in present tense. We have to backshift one tense, which means we have to change it into simple past tense. Another thing we have to consider is my mother. The possessive adjective mine has to be changed into her, because we have to report from our point of view, and Mary is a girl. So obviously we have to say Mary said her mother went to England. We can look at the second questions. The man said, I have helped an old woman. So now here we don't have to worry about reporting verb, and we have to circle the pronouns and the tense. So in this sentence, in a direct speech, present perfect tense has been used. So now we have to change it into past perfect tense, and the pronoun has to be changed from I to he. The man said he had helped an old woman. And the third question, the girl said in direct speech, this is my dress. And we can see this is written in present tense, so we have to change it into past tense. And the possessive adjective mine has to change into her. And this, we have to change the this into that. So the answer would be the girl said that was her dress. Next questions. They said Miss Lee is our teacher. So we can say this is written in present tense also. So we have to change it back, shift the tense into past tense, and possessive adjective are has to be changed into there. So they said Miss Lee was the teacher. Next one. He said, today is my birthday. Again, this is written in present tense. We have to backshift one tense to past, simple past. And today, because it's not today, we have to change it into that day. So he said that day was his birthday. Yes, you can see that I changed this possessive adjective mine into his. I'm sure you familiarized yourself with how to convert direct speech into reported speech, so let's try the last 2 questions together. We will meet here tomorrow, Mary told Jimmy. So first, we need to highlight all the things we have to change in the reported speech. So we have to change the pronoun, the tense, the place, the time. Firstly, we change the pronoun we into they. And as the sentence in direct speech is written in future tense, we just simply need to change will into would. They would meet. Of course, it's not here anymore, it's there. The following day. Last questions. So we again we have to highlight the pronoun I, the tense, the pronoun, the possessive adjective. So Miss Wong told us that she had marked our test paper.
This is the end of today's lessons. I hope you now understand how to convert a direct speech into reported speech, and just remember 4 golden rules. First, remember we have to write the reporting verbs. Secondly, we have to backshift tenses. Third, we have to change the pronouns. And fourth, if the first sentence is written with time words and place words, and if we're not talking about the things in the same day or same place, we have to change them. Thank you.